Did you know that when you are in states of activation, that accessing feelings like love can actually be very grounding and regulating? It's amazing how tapping in and tuning in to this feeling of love can really help settle and ground your system. So let's talk about it. One of the things that we know about dysregulation is that you are in a state where your brain and your nervous system have gone on high alert. There's a threat. There's this sense that there's some danger on its way or in present motion. And so one of the things that we want to be able to do is regulate the nervous system. And we've talked in previous videos about lots of different ways that we can do this by working with our distress thermometer and using grounding techniques. And today I want to share with you the way that tapping in and actually like really presencing the sensation and the feeling of love can help you to come out of a triggered or dysregulated state. One of the things that's super cool about just even saying the word love is that it causes the brain to release the chemical or the hormone oxytocin. So oxytocin is one of those feel-good hormones that really ignites the feeling of comfort and safety and ease. So just saying love, 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 it helps the brain feel safe, calm, settled. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you through a little exercise in that you can then repeat and use and come back to at any moment if you are feeling activated or triggered. And so we're going to access this resource state of love. And we're going to be using our trauma treatment toolbox as a support for this exercise. All right. So what you're going to do to get started is I want you to think about a person or an animal that brings up feelings of love when you think about them. And I like already the fact that we can use non-people. Sometimes when we've experienced a lot of trauma, our relationships have been strained. There's been a lot of struggle. And so, calling to mind people that where we feel loved and supported and cared for could be a challenge. But either way, you can think about a person, you can think about an animal. I think you could even think about a place in time, like a place that you love. Like when you're there, you're like, wow, I love that. Okay. The goal is to really think about, like, when you think about this person or you think about this animal or this place, it really brings down your levels of distress. So once you've gotten someone or something in mind, then just say it out loud. My sister, my dog, my little cat Bandit. I love him a lot. And then you're going to really deepen that connection with that person or with that animal or that place by really diving into it. Okay, so you're going to think about who they are and begin to describe them. Really use as many details and adjectives as you possibly can to describe the person or the animal or the place. And then you're going to think about and talk about how you feel about them. And then you're going to share and think about what you most like about them. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. You state the who or the what, begin to describe, and then think about how you feel about them, and then think about what you most like about them. And as you're doing that, the key is to really start to notice the sensations in your body. Like, oh, I start to feel warm and fuzzy. Oh, my heart rate starts to go down. Oh, I can feel like all that tension that I was starting to feel, like I start to relax my muscles. That nausea that I was starting to feel is going away, right? I'm feeling more settled and relaxed, all right? My breathing is starting to regulate. I'm starting to have a better pace with my breathing, okay? So what you're doing here is you're accessing the feeling and sensation of love, and then you're noticing where it is in your body and how it feels in your body. And this becomes an antidote to dysregulation and triggering. Okay, it goes way, way back to some of the other videos that I shared with you about pendulation. So when you're in the state of distress, the heart rate goes up, your breathing might become very shallow, you might be having a hard time breathing. You might notice different sensations like muscles tightening, nausea, body pains. And then we're pendulating by we're swinging over here to say, you know what? In this moment of distress, I'm going to turn my focus and my attention to a different state of being. And in this case, love. And I'm going to start to think about someone that I love, something that I love. I'm going to really dive into that by really focusing in, like, what are their characteristics? What are their qualities? Really describing them in detail, because that brings all of the mind over here into this other place, and it starts to slow down the activation that's happening. It's like an interrupter, okay? And then how do I actually feel about them, and where am I feeling that in my body? And as we talk about and think about, like, what do I really like about this person or this thing? Then again, that just brings the attention and awareness into a different state of being. The brain and the body starts to feel into that state of love. And love is such a powerful, powerful sensation and feeling. Again, it starts to release that oxytocin, which starts to counter the distress signals. All right. So the next time that you're feeling activated or dysregulated, see if you can tap into the feeling of love in order to support yourself to come back into a state of regulation. As always, if there's anything I can do to be a support to you in your healing journey, reach out. I'm here. And until next time, take good care of you.